The contractions are there. She's coming.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's vlog. It is Monday, the 21st of January, and we have just turned up to North Manchester General because today is the day. Today's the day Sarah gets a sweep. Monday, the 21st January.
Oh, I thought you said 24.
No, it's the 21st today. We're on our way in now to get Sarah a sweep. The appointment was at 20 to 9 in the morning, but it's the statistical impossibility. Sorry, I'm still tired. Penelope was up all night last night with her earache. So we've literally had about 2 hours sleep. And then later on, I've got to go from here to the office once Penelope's in bed, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here now. We're going to get this sweep done. Don't know how long it's going to take because we've got to wait now. But we're going to get this sweep done, and then we're going to check back in with you guys. I haven't brought the gimbal with me. So if the footage is shaky, I apologise. But look at it this way. In a month's time, the vlog quality is going to be absolutely epic. It's going to be on the same, it's going to be epic. I nearly said something else then, but it's too early in the morning. So we're going to get in, get this sweep done, and then we're going to check back in with you guys.
Later that same evening.
So guys, we thought we would check in and let you know a little about... Let's start that again. So guys, we thought we'd check in and let you know a little about what's been happening today. So obviously, you know that we went to the hospital this morning and had the sweep.
Well, not we. Mum, Dad,
well, me and Dave did. That's you. Excuse me, I've got like loads of like acid reflux, like that's what it feels like in my chest, and it's absolutely annoying me. So, as you know, contractions started about 4 days ago, and they've just totally been wiping me out on there. Like, I'm just sleeping, like...
Getting it to tickle 24/7?
Yeah, getting it to tickle me because it was so relaxing, innit?
I don't know.
So, yeah, I've just basically just been, like, sleeping as and when I can. So then when I do finally come into full-blown labour, I've hopefully got some energy. So,
probably not.
We're meant to be at the hospital this morning for around 20 to 8. Now, we actually had to ring them because it would have been impossible for us to get to the hospital at that time. So we ended up getting there around 10 o'clock, and they said that it was fine because obviously they knew that we had the kids and we knew we had to get them into school. So and that was fine with them. So we seen the scan lady first. So they scanned baby, measured baby, made sure she was fine. She was still head down. In fact, she was still lay in exactly the same position as she was when they did the last scan. It's like she's just not moved. She's so comfortable now. And then they're showing us like her legs, and they were like crossed with her feet together. That's probably how she's going to come out when she's born. Please bear with me because I do actually keep getting contractions. So if I like...
It's like...
Yeah, get one now. So if I kind of lower my voice, that is why I'm trying to concentrate. So, obviously baby was measuring fine. Doctor was happy with the measurements of baby.
Is she growing properly now?
Yeah, well, she's online. She was weighing around 6'13". But they did say that I had quite a lot of waters. So sometimes, obviously, babies look a lot bigger because they're bloated out there when they're inside the waters. And then after a few days of being born, they kind of lose all that. So... I'm thinking she's going to weigh around 6'14", £7 at the most when she's born.
The smallest baby you had.
It's not. Chelsea was the smallest.
Wait, what? How small was Chelsea?
She was 5'10". She was a midget. And she had no waters. But Liam was 6'7", around that, something. So, yeah, so when the doctor, we actually went to see the doctor, and the doctor gave me like the all clear, and then said what's your birth plan, what's the what's going to happen, like if the sweep doesn't work, you know, what should we do? Are we going to go for a optional C-section, or are you going to still try and be delivered, because obviously they're more concerned that I've had an emergency C-section, and it's more likely that you can have a ruptured tear if you've had an emergency C-section.
What's that?
So it's basically because I've already had an emergency C-section.
Like rips,
yeah,
that'll end up ripping.
it can rupture inside where it can tear back open again. So they'd have to reopen me up anyway and then stitch it all back again.
Please
So,
sweep
but
works.
she did say that they would happily let me go over at least a week.
Please don't come out of late.
So we're actually booked in to be induced on the 4th if nothing happens. Obviously we've had the sweep. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the sweep, because I've had sweeps in the past and they have never ever been as painful as this one. I mean, I did actually mention in last night's vlog that my cervix is quite high back anyway, and it's quite hard for him to actually get to him. So I'm not going to go into great detail because the majority of you will know how a sweep takes place. So the doctor was, you know, trying to do like the circular motion on my cervix, as well as trying to push baby down, because obviously they try and get the top of the membranes, because it lets off like a toxin that helps contractions progress quicker. Is it oxytocin or something like that? So she was trying to get as far as she could, but every time she tried to get near the baby's head, baby was actually lifting her head up, so it was so hard. And then she was saying that my cervix was 2 centimetres dilated anyway, so that's a good sign, because obviously the contractions are doing something. And
Do you have to be 10 thingy so to be going to leave it like proper?
well, they class you in established labour, don't they, from being, I think it's 4 centimetres.
What are you?
2. So, but the contractions have got to be coming regular, and
How far apart do they need to be?
so you need to be having
Like every 3
contractions
minutes?
like every 3 minutes, and they need to be lasting a whole minute, like really strong.
That must be painful.
Yeah, and then like
How long are yours?
you think you get like 3 minutes, and then 3 minutes seems to last, or seem like they've lasted like 10 seconds, not 3 minutes.
How long are yours? Like apart, and how long
My
are they going
contractions
for?
at the minute are lasting about 20 seconds and then coming like every 20 minutes, something like that. So they're quite irregular yet. They're not like, they are coming, they are there. So
Yeah.
obviously something is happening. It's not like it's not happening, but it's just like a waiting game, and it just gets boring. It's
Yeah.
just like, when are they going to start getting closer together? So anyway, let's get back onto this
When it
having
gets
this
like
sweep.
a week left, it's just the worst. Cause
I
you just
know, it's just drags, doesn't it? So yeah, so she was doing this internal, and it was just so painful. And like, it's the first time I've actually had a sweep, and she's gone that deep that I've actually started to bleed. And I just thought that was really unusual, because any other sweep that I've had, it's just been like sweeping the bottom of my cervix, just basically to try and release the oxytocin, whatever is it called, oxytocin? I don't even know what it's called. I'm pretty thick at this stuff. You would think I'd know all these, like, I know medical names by now, wouldn't you? But I think I don't even think like I've read up on all this stuff. I've just kind of just gone with the flow. Maybe I should do some research. But yeah, apart from that, it was like Dave was sat there, and you could obviously tell that I was in pain. He wasn't sat there because I was like behind a curtain, because he had Penelope. But you could hear him trying to talk, because he was obviously knew that I was in pain. He was trying to like distract Penelope to make sure that she didn't think the doctor was actually hurting me. But after doing that, the contractions did start like more or less straight away. The period pain came near enough straight away anyway. So they say that it's a 50% chance that the sweep will work within 48 hours. Sometimes it can be quicker. I mean, I was talking to Kate, you all know Kate with Miles. She was saying her friend had one done last Tuesday morning and she had her baby Tuesday night. So,
wait, a week after?
No, the same day. So, you know, for some people it might work straight away. And to be fair, I've had other sweeps, like I had a sweep with
Chelsea,
Imogen and Liam. Obviously my home births I've had sweeps with, and Imogen was born at home and Liam was born at home. And they were like, I'd had the sweep and near enough started labouring through the night and then ended up having him. I had Liam at like 16 minutes past 9 the next morning, and then I had Imogen a couple of days later, so it was like 48 hours with Imogen.
But imagine if you have it tonight, because it's bad snow tonight, isn't there?
Well, it's not started snowing yet, has it?
I know, but it's not starting at 12.
It might not. We'll have to ski there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't like the nicest sweep. I mean, no sweep's nice anyway. It's not the most comfortablest of things to have done. But it has been like one of the worst I've ever had on any of them. So, but yeah, it was just horrible.
Do you get to choose
what?
If you want a sweep?
Yeah, you don't have to have one, but they offer it, yeah, if you want to try and, excuse me, if you want to try and...
Mum's like, yes, I definitely want to try and see. Get her out of here.
Well, she was hurting me that much, and obviously she was saying she really wanted to try and get further into the cervix, like to basically touch the baby's head so she could touch the membranes of the baby. But it was that painful that I just couldn't let her do it, and I could feel like the blood and stuff like that coming out, and it was just like, no, I can't go on. So she actually said, well, arrange with your midwife for Thursday, if nothing's progressed by then, to go and have another one. Usually a second one makes it happen. Sometimes people need like 2 or 3 before your body actually reacts to it.
As many as you
well,
want.
it doesn't do any harm, so
as many as you want.
It just depends. They usually say 2 or 3 at the most, because obviously they don't want to put baby in distress. Because obviously she'll start getting a bit sick and tired of it, won't she? Like, like today, the midwife was saying the baby knows that I'm trying to touch her head. That's why she kept.
How do they know?
Because they just know. They kind of know that you're trying to interfere with them, so they just move their head.
Do you feel like?
Yeah, she'll be able to feel it. So yeah, so the talking of like what's going to happen afterwards if nothing progresses with the sweeps. So induction will start on that day. I'm not too sure whether they're going to keep me in on the 4th.
Oh, and
what they're going to do is
keep you in the hospital. Induction.
Yeah, there's a new technique out now, so it's like a little tube that they put in and it's a balloon, and that encourages the cervix to open if it's not opened. Obviously if they can break your waters without doing that, then they will do.
It's weird how your waters can break inside you and you can't. Can you tell if they break inside?
Oh, you'll know if your waters break.
No, like
it'll pour out.
You. Yeah, but can they break inside you and you don't know water comes out?
No. Once they break, it pours out like you wetting yourself. And just
is it
continues
like just water?
Yeah, it's just like clear water. Like
how do
very
you know if you
clear.
not read your pants and...
You'd know. You would know. You'd either stand up and it'd just gush out, or you'd be in bed and it'd just like burst. I remember when I was having Vanellope, was it Vanellope? No, it was Alpha. I remember when I was having Alpha, and I remember sitting in bed, and even though I was set up for an emergency section, I actually heard the waters pop, and it was like a proper, like when you pop a balloon, it was a proper like, and then you just felt all the water just gush out.
Whatever you were supposed to have.
No, he was born
Alfie's buggy is the only buggy I can remember, and Vanellope's obviously.
No, because you were little when we had the others.
Alfie's was, how old when Alfie was born? How old was I?
Just 1 minute.
She's having a contract.
Can't remember how old you were. How old's Alfie now? 7.
Yeah, it feels like he's been 7 for years. I don't know if he's actually.
So you would have been 4 when Alfie was 7.
I was still young. Alfie's was a blue one, wasn't it? With green on it.
Green and blue, yeah. I loved this. It was the matchsticks one, and it was so cute, wasn't it? It looked so cute, and it was proper his colours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so this is basically like a little balloon. If they can't pop your waters, and it encourages the cervix to open so they can actually get in and break your waters. Now online it actually says that this needs to be in for like 24 hours, but they're actually going to leave it in for 12 hours. That's how long it'd be in for if I need it. If they can break the waters, they will do, which I can't see why not, because when I actually had Vanellope, I was only 2 centimetres dilated with her, and they still managed to break my waters with her. So fingers crossed. That's not even going to happen anyway. We're not going to let it happen, are we? So we're going to try and find a birthing ball. We're going to do some star jumps. We're going to do a fitness DVD. We're going to do everything. Well, hopefully, if she's not come by tomorrow.
Tonight.
But yeah, and then hopefully if we have another sweep on Thursday, if she's not here before Thursday, then that one will definitely encourage her to come. And you never know, these contractions might make me dilate a little bit more.
That cast before she comes.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Otherwise it won't be happening.
I might have dilated a little bit more before they do the next sweep on Thursday if she's not here. I keep saying that, don't I, if she's not here, because you know what, anything can happen. At this minute in time, I'm only getting contractions every 20 minutes, but believe me, when I go into labour, I labour quickly. Like, it'll just come on, and then it's like, no labour, baby.
It's weird how that thing what you have to put in your mouth helps you breathe.
Yeah, I don't use that.
Do you know?
No, I've never had it on any use. I had it on Chelsea, the gas and air. But I didn't really take the gas and air in. I basically used it just to bite on. And then I just got...
That's what they use it for now, just to bite on.
Yeah, that's more or less what I used it for, just to bite. But I could still smell it, and it was knocking me sick, so I just went, move it away from it. Couldn't stand it.
You probably want ice. Everyone's wanted ice now whilst they're in labour,
But
don't they?
my last 2 labours, it's weird, isn't it? Because like every labour's different, but the pain with them 2 wasn't like normal labour pain. Normal labour pain you can usually concentrate through and get yourself through it. This was just unbelievable pain, and it wasn't even in my stomach, it was in my back, it was in my bum, it was in my legs. I mean, it was actually going down to my knees. So on Alfie, I just said, you know what, get the surgeon here, I need an epidural. I just can't cope. I was crying my eyes out. I was like begging him. And right, oh, we can't give you on to 4 centimetres. And I was just like, listen.
Where were you with Alfie then? If you were
North
4
Manchester.
centimetres?
I was when I got the epidural.
Alright.
They wouldn't let me have it.
Let you?
I was 3. It's like, I'm 3 centimetres, can't you just give it me?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we prefer to be classed as in established labour before we actually let you have it. But it was so good after I had it. I just chilled out there while he just brought his little head down. And then the funny thing is with him, it was like I was sat there and the midwife said, yeah, I can see his head. And it's like, you know, 3 hours have passed. Can't I just push him out then if you can see his head? And it weren't till like Dave looked and she kept saying, oh, I can see his gorgeous hair. And Dave said, that's definitely not hair.
That's a head.
No, it was another set of membranes around him.
That?
It was another sac. So she had to break the other sac of waters that was around him.
What sacs do you see there?
Well, he was meant to have been a twin.
Oh.
Alpha. So that was
Most
why.
twins were meant to be a twin, probably.
No, just Alpha, Liam,
and
and Vanellope. So yeah, so obviously that's what will
I didn't
happen
know Alfie was a
when
twin.
we're induced. And then if none of that works, I mean, I just basically said to the doctor today, I think I'd rather just go for the selected C-section straight off rather than just sit there for hours on end and be waiting. I mean, obviously they want me to go in natural labour because it's safer for me if I can
at least you know
labour naturally.
she's gonna be coming,
and it saves opening a scar up again when it's neat and tidy. So obviously if they need to, they will.
Big scar there again.
No, it won't be there, down here.
Yeah, that's what
Like the bikini line in it. I mean, it used to be on your stomach years and years ago. When my mum had, even my sister or my brother, I can't remember, but the scar was, it used to actually either cut that way or that way across your stomach. Like just under your belly button, I think it was. If anybody in the comments remembers like having a C-section and I'm cutting you further up, then let us know in the comments. But yeah, Portia has been like, oh my god, is she gonna come? Are your contractions getting stronger yet? I think when's she gonna be here? It's like, hold on, you know, it could take 48 hours, you know, you've got to let things take their
takes 48.
time. 48 hours is like 2 days, isn't it? Doesn't mean she's going to take 2 days. I could start in another 3 or 4 hours properly.
Imagine.
Well, you never know, you might wake up and have a sister.
Probably be awake.
You're saying that you will probably be coming with us anyway, so.
I will be, not probably, I will be.
But yeah, I just thought we'd fill you in with what's been happening today. So I've not vlogged pretty much anything apart from like now, because I've just been lying down trying to get some rest. And as you all keep saying, you need to rest now, Sarah. You need to get some energy for when you're pushing your baby out and stuff like that.
You're sleep for like 4 days.
I know, and I haven't been sleeping well for like the last 4 days, so I'm just where
Especially
I can.
last night.
Yeah, Vanellope was up all night last night, so that wasn't good.
I tried to act like I'm asleep and ignore her.
She actually got up and got in Portia's bed, and it was like about 5:10.
I told her to go
I thought
sleep.
I heard her actually climbing up your ladders, and I thought, am I just hearing things? You know, like when you're in one of them sleeps where you feel like you're dreaming, but you're not asleep, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you're still dreaming. So yeah.
She got on my bed and she said Portia, and I went, go to sleep, and she went, shut up. I was like, Vanellope, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was like 5 o'clock.
Well, no it wasn't.
It was. She woke up at 3:10, and it weren't till when she got in her bed I went in and said, no, it's not happening. You're getting on your bed, Vanellope. You're going to sleep. And I put her back in bed about 10 to 5, and she went to sleep then.
When I woke up, I thought it was like 7 o'clock or something.
But she's been up for the last 3 days with earache. I mean, it has been going with the medicine, but I've actually rang the doctors this morning, and I think it's just absolutely pathetic that when you ring up and say, look, my baby's had earache now for 3 days, I've tried getting rid of it, I've given Calpol, I've given Nurofen, and it's like, oh, we haven't got any appointments in here, the next available one is in a week's time. It's like, well, it'll probably be gone by then. Yeah. So I've actually got to ring up at 8 o'clock in the morning to see whether we can get her an appointment.
She'll probably forget about that.
So hopefully if I ring up at 8, they'll be able to get her in just before nursery starts, or she can go in nursery like an hour later and finish an hour later.
I should get it tomorrow, checked up tomorrow.
Well, hopefully I've got to ring them at 8 in the morning, so we'll let you know about that tomorrow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you, what the doctor said. She just basically turned around and said that because I've had controlled bursts before. Now, it's a funny thing, this, because we actually said this in a different blog, where we actually spoke to a different doctor, and she said, oh, there's an 80% chance that you will deliver naturally. And then the doctor that we actually seen today is the same doctor I seen last time. Well, when I was talking to her today, she said, because you've had 2 controlled births on the last 2 pregnancies, it is more likely that you will probably end up having a controlled birth with this baby. So it was like, well, hold on. If I would have known that, I would have just gone for the selected C-section right from the start, you know, because otherwise I'm just going to be sat here hoping that the baby's going to come. I'm going to go over when she could have been here by now. And I could have just had the selected C-section, because it's not like I'm going to have any more. So,
you know, if you have a selected, however you say it.
Selected C-section.
Selected. Yeah, selected. I can't say it.
Selected.
Well, however you say it. Will they do it on your actual due date, or will they do it whenever?
Usually if you have a selected C-section, they'll do it like a couple of days before or a week before. So I probably would have had it by now.
I wish.
But I think they do that because obviously they want
waiting.
to avoid you actually going into labour naturally. So
I need to get a nice picture because I want it on my phone.
Well, she was living in the studio. Well, not actually. I'm going to bring my pillow home because obviously it's warmer here for her. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to love you and leave you for a little bit. We're going to chill out. Push's going to tickle me arm. I'm only joking.
No, she's saying that and I actually will.
Dave's gone to his office, so he's there with Daz. So we're just going to chill out for a bit and catch up with some YouTube videos that I've not been watching for so long. I feel like I've not watched anybody's vlogs for a lifetime. Like, I think I've just started catching up with his family again. I've not watched theirs since he actually moved abroad. That's how long I've not been watching YouTube.
This is how many people were in that Love Island.
Oh God.
All together.
So, and then obviously I got a scan picture tonight of our new grandchild, which is Chelsea's baby. So I'll show you the scan picture of that also later on. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Portia can go make a nice cup of tea.
I knew she'd say that.
And now I've got pins and needles in my feet.
Early the next morning.
Alright guys, so it's 24 hours again since the video. The reason why I didn't end the vlog last night was when I got to the office, I had a banging headache. I felt really ill while I was with Daz, so I had to come home, got in bed, I went straight to sleep. I didn't feel well at all. I'm feeling much better today. I just think it was everything that went on yesterday at the hospital and stuff like that. I think it was just like a big anticlimax, because obviously we were under the impression that Aurora was going to be on her way tomorrow. She still is on her way, but the contractions are there. She's coming, but I thought I'd end the vlog now. As I said, this is like an interim vlog at the minute, or vlogs, until we get the G7X and the other camera that we're looking at as well. So do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you click the notification bell, it does nothing. Make sure you leave us a comment, because we answer every comment, and we will see you guys tomorrow, because we do this every single day.